Now, countries across Europe have been scrambling to evacuate their citizens from Libya as Britain faced criticism for being too slow in its response. The Foreign Secretary William Hague said around 300 Britons are thought to be stranded in Tripoli, with at least 170 others in what he called a perilous and frightening situation in remote desert compounds. Tonight, a Royal Navy frigate is heading for Libyan waters, but the Foreign Office's first charter plane got stuck at Gatwick and others due to fly to Tripoli tonight. Jane Deith has the latest.
Mobile phone footage inside Tripoli airport. 300 Britons waiting for the government to get them out. But the Foreign Office can't get its first plane off the ground. 7 hours after it was supposed to take off from Gatwick, it's got a fault and is being fixed. A plane chartered by the oil companies is on its way. But John, an engineer from London, says it's just too dangerous to hang around at the airport.
Particularly after the leader's speech, there is quite a lot of gunfire. It's quite chaotic, and people moving around outside, shooting in the air as pickup trucks and things like that. My wife is semi-disabled. I'm waiting for news for a flight to come in because the airport is very, very crowded. We are on a list with British emergency flight. We're also on a priority list with the Irish people who have arrived in Malta with 2 military aircraft and are waiting clearance to come into Tripoli. And as soon as we have that, then we will head immediately back to the airport. That is just the general climate of fear.
Hundreds of British oil workers are stuck in the Libyan desert, hundreds of miles from Tripoli airport. Angharad Foscolo's husband Richard is in a desert camp. The Libyan armed guards have fled and looters have taken almost all the food and water. She says the men's appeals to the Foreign Office to come and get them have been ignored.
I don't feel enough action has taken place quick enough. It has been a very, very slow process. We're on day 4 and there's UK citizens out in Tripoli, which is great. You know, they're going to get pulled out, but there's also a lot of other individuals who are stuck, and they are sitting ducks.
But Foreign Secretary William Hague said they should stay put till help could be arranged, although he recognised the danger they're in.
These camps are remote, they're isolated, they are scattered over a large distance. They're dependent for food or water on supplies from Libyan cities that have been severely disrupted by the violence and unrest, and some we know have been subjected to attacks and to looting. They are in a perilous and frightening situation. We're working intensively on a range of options to secure their safe passage from Libya.
William Hague said he'd rather not take the risk of sending in military aircraft without permission. But other nations haven't had such qualms and have already got their citizens home. France flew 2 military planes into Tripoli last night and got 335 people safely back to Paris. The Russians didn't get seats, but they weren't worried about that last night as they were pulled out of Libya. With half the countries in Europe chartering planes or boats, the government here is being criticised for leaving Britons behind.
Well, I think the responsibility is heavy upon the government to make sure that we protect the safety of British citizens in what is a dangerous, deteriorating, indeed terrifying situation.
English teacher Kerry O'Hurley found her own way home to Manchester. Fed up with the Foreign Office, she negotiated herself a seat on a plane chartered by an oil company.
It was really stressful because we didn't know what we were supposed to be doing. We had conflicting information about whether we should stay at home and wait for somebody from the embassy to come and get us, or whether we should go to the airport and try and get out. So we made the decision to go.
The government said tonight it sent HMS Cumberland towards Benghazi on the east coast, and it hopes it can evacuate people. But as it stands tonight, the first rescue plane is still on the ground.